Inventory control. The Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, defines inventory control as the function of ensuring that sufficient goods are retained in stock to meet all requirements without carrying unnecessarily large stocks. The objective of inventory control is to make a balance between sufficient stock and overstock. The stock maintained should be sufficient to meet the production requirements so that uninterrupted production flow can be maintained. Insufficient stock not only pause the production but also cause a loss of revenue and goodwill. On the other hand, inventory requires some funds for purchase, storage, maintenance of materials with the risk of obsolescence, pilferage, etc. A trade-off between stock out and overstocking is required. The management may employ various methods of inventory control to have a balance. Management may adopt the following basis for inventory control. By setting quantitative levels. On the basis of relative classification. Using ratio analysis. Physical control. Inventory control by setting quantitative levels. Reorder stock level determines when to order. Reorder level lies between minimum and the maximum levels in such a way that before the material ordered is received into the stores, there is sufficient quantity on hand to cover both normal and abnormal consumption situations. It is calculated as reorder level equals maximum consumption multiplied with maximum reorder period. Maximum consumption equals the maximum rate of material consumption in production activity. Maximum reorder period equals the maximum time to get order from supplier to the stores. This can also be calculated alternatively as below. Roll equals minimum stock level plus average rate of consumption multiplied with average reorder period. Minimum stock level equals minimum stock level that must be maintained all the time. Average rate of consumption equals average rate of material consumption in production activity. It is also known as normal consumption or usage. Average reorder period equals average time to get an order from supplier to the stores. It is also known as normal period. Reorder period is also known as lead time. Reorder quantity. Reorder quantity is the quantity of materials for which purchase requisition is made by the store department. Economic order quantity, EOQ, the size of an order for which total of ordering and carrying cost are at minimum. Ordering cost, the costs which are associated with the purchase or order of materials. It includes cost to invite quotations, documentation works like preparation of purchase orders, employee cost directly attributable to the procurement of material, transportation and inspection cost, etc. Carrying cost, the costs for holding/carrying of inventories in store. It includes the cost of fund invested in inventories, cost of storage, insurance cost, obsolescence, etc. The economic order quantity, EOQ, is calculated as below. EOQ equals root of 2 multiplied with annual requirement multiplied with cost per order divided by carrying cost per unit per annum. Annual requirement, A, it represents demand for raw material or input for a year. Cost per order, O, it represents cost of placing an order for purchase. Carrying cost, C, it represents cost of carrying average inventory on annual basis. Assumptions underlying EOQ. The calculation of economic order of material to be purchased is subject to the following assumptions. 1. Ordering cost per order and carrying cost per unit per annum are known and they are fixed. 2. Anticipated usage of material in units is known. 3. Cost per unit of the material is constant and is known as well. 4. The quantity of material ordered is received immediately, i.e. the lead time is 0. Minimum stock level, it is lowest level of material stock, which must be maintained in hand at all times, so that there is no stoppage of production due to non-availability of inventory. It is calculated as below. Minimum stock level is equal to reorder stock level minus average consumption rate multiplied by average reorder period. Maximum stock level, it is the highest level of quantity for any material which can be held in stock at any time. Any quantity beyond this level cause extra amount of expenditure due to engagement of fund, cost of storage, obsolescence, etc. It can be calculated as below. Maximum stock level, reorder level plus reorder quantity, minimum consumption rate multiplied by minimum reorder period. Here, reorder quantity may be EOQ. Average inventory level, this is the quantity of material that is normally held in stock over a period. It is also known as normal stock level. It can be calculated as below. Average stock level equals minimum stock level plus half reorder quantity. Alternatively, it can be calculated as below. Average stock level equals maximum stock level plus minimum stock level, divided by 2. Danger level, it is the level at which normal issues of the raw material inventory are stopped and emergency issues are only made. It can be calculated as below. Danger level equals average consumption multiplied with lead time for emergency purchase. Sometime minimum consumption is also used. Buffer stock, some quantity of stock may be kept for contingency to be used in case of sudden order, such stock is known as buffer stock. Inventory stock out. Stock out said to be occurred when an inventory item could not be supplied due to insufficient stock in the store. The stock out situation costs to the entity not only in financial terms but in non-financial terms also. Due to stock out, an entity not only loses overheads costs and profit but reputation, goodwill, also due to non-fulfillment of commitment. Though it may not be a monetary loss in short term but in long term it could be a reason for financial loss. Just in time, JIT, inventory management. JIT is a system of inventory management with an approach to have a zero inventories in stores. According to this approach, material should only be purchased when it is actually required for production. JIT is based on 2 principles. 1. Produce goods only when it is required, and 2. The products should be delivered to customers at the time only when they want. It is also known as demand pull or pull-through system of production. 1. ABC analysis. This system exercises discriminating control over different items of inventory on the basis of the investment involved. Usually the items are classified into 3 categories according to their relative importance, namely, their value and frequency of replenishment during a period. A category, this category of items consists of only a small percentage, i.e., about 10% of the total items handled by the stores, but require heavy investment, about 70% of inventory value, because of their high prices or heavy requirement or both. Items under this category can be controlled effectively by using a regular system which ensures neither overstocking nor shortage of materials for production. Such a system plans its total material requirements by making budgets. The stocks of materials are controlled by fixing certain levels like maximum level, minimum level and reorder level. B category, this category of items is relatively less important, they may be 20% of the total items of material handled by stores. The percentage of investment required is about 20% of the total investment in inventories. In the case these items, as the sum involved is moderate, the same degree of control as applied in a category of items is not warranted. The orders for the items belonging to this category may be placed after reviewing their situation periodically. C category, this category of items does not require much investment, it may be about 10% of total inventory value, but they are nearly 70% of the total items handled by store. For these category of items, there is no need of exercising constant control. Orders for items in this group may be placed either after 6 months or once in a year after ascertaining consumption requirements. In this case, the objective is to economies on ordering and handling costs. The advantages of ABC analysis are the following. Continuity in production, it ensures that, without there being any danger of interruption of production for want of materials or stores, minimum investment will be made in inventories of stocks of materials or stocks to be carried. Lower cost, the cost of placing orders, receiving goods, and maintaining stocks is minimized, especially if the system is coupled with the determination of proper economic order quantities. Less attention required, management time is saved since attention need be paid only to some of the items rather than all the items, as would be the case if the ABC system was not in operation. Systematic working: with the introduction of the ABC system, much of the work connected with purchases can be systematized on a routine basis to be handled by subordinate staff. 2. Fast-moving, slow-moving and non-moving, FSN, inventory. It is also known as FNS, fast, normal and slow-moving, classification of inventory analysis. Under this system, inventories are controlled by classifying them on the basis of frequency of usage. The classification of items into these three categories depends on the nature and managerial discretion. A threshold range on the basis of inventory turnover is decided and classified accordingly. Fast-moving: this category of items are placed nearer to store issue point and the stock is reviewed frequently for making a fresh order. Slow-moving: this category of items are given stored little far and stock is reviewed periodically for any obsolescence and may be shifted to non-moving category. Non-moving: this category of items are kept for disposal. This category of items is reported to the management and an appropriate provision for loss may be created. 3. Vital, essential, and desirable, VED. Under the system of inventory analysis, inventories are classified on the basis of its criticality for the production function and final product. Generally, this classification is done for spare parts which are used for production. Vital items are classified as vital when its unavailability can interrupt the production process and cause a production loss. Items under this category are strictly controlled by setting reorder level. Essential items under this category are essential but not vital. The unavailability may cause substandardization and loss of efficiency in production process. Items under this category are reviewed periodically and gets the second priority. Desirable items under this category are optional in nature, unavailability does not cause any production or efficiency loss. 4. High cost, medium cost, low cost, HML, inventory. Under this system, inventory is classified on the basis of the cost of an individual item, unlike ABC analysis where inventories are classified on the basis of overall value of inventory. A range of cost is used to classify the inventory items into the three categories. High-cost inventories are given more priority for control, whereas medium-cost and low-cost items are comparatively given lesser priority.